Have you ever felt like her actions were speaking louder than her words? Maybe she hasn't explicitly told you how she feels, but something about the way she's acting just doesn't sit right. Today we're diving deep into the subtle behaviors that reveal when a woman believes the relationship can't work out. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize these signs and understand how to respond with wisdom and clarity. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more insightful content. Let's get started. 1. Emotional distance, the invisible wall. One of the earliest signs is emotional distance. You'll notice a shift in how she engages with you. The long conversations that used to light up your days become short, surface-level exchanges. She no longer seems interested in hearing about your thoughts or sharing hers. It feels like an invisible wall has been placed between you, and every attempt to connect emotionally seems to fall flat. Ask yourself, has she stopped opening up about her day? Is she avoiding deep conversations? This emotional withdrawal is often her way of creating space without explicitly saying she's doubting the relationship. It's not always intentional, but it's a signal worth paying attention to. 2. Lack of effort, the waning flame. In any healthy relationship, mutual effort is key. When one partner begins to pull away, the imbalance becomes glaringly obvious. You may notice she's stopped initiating plans, texting first, or showing enthusiasm for shared activities. This isn't always a conscious decision. Sometimes, it's a natural response to feeling disconnected or unsure about the future. Consider this. Have you been carrying the weight of planning, communicating, and maintaining the relationship? If so, it might be her way of indirectly signaling that she's not fully invested anymore. 3. Avoidance of the future, the unspoken doubt. Conversations about the future can reveal a lot about someone's mindset. If she's avoiding talks about long-term plans, it's a subtle yet powerful indication that she's uncertain about the relationship. For instance, she might dodge questions about where you're headed as a couple or deflect when you bring up shared goals. This avoidance isn't always about fear of commitment. Sometimes, it's her way of protecting both of you from a future she doesn't believe in. Pay attention to how she responds to discussions about milestones, travel plans, or even simple things like meeting each other's families. 4. Increased irritability, the underlying frustration. When someone feels trapped in a situation that doesn't align with their feelings, frustration often emerges. If she's becoming more critical, easily irritated, or distant, it could be a manifestation of her internal conflict. She may not even realize she's acting this way, but her subconscious is signaling dissatisfaction. Ask yourself, has her tone shifted? Do minor disagreements escalate more than they used to? These changes might not be about the argument at hand, but about deeper doubts she's grappling with. 5. Growing independence, the silent preparation. A shift toward independence can be a positive sign in a relationship, but it can also signal a growing divide. If she's suddenly focusing more on her goals, spending less time with you, or prioritizing her social circle, it could mean she's preparing for life without you. This isn't about malicious intent. It's often a subconscious effort to regain control over her own narrative. Observe her actions. Is she making decisions without including you? Has she become more private about her plans? This growing independence might be her way of indirectly telling you the relationship no longer feels like a partnership. 6. Stoicism and the power of observation. Let's pause here to reflect on what these behaviors mean. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In relationships, it's easy to focus on someone else's actions and overlook the importance of your own mindset. Instead of reacting emotionally to her behavior, use this as an opportunity to observe and reflect. Ask yourself, what do I truly want in a relationship? Am I holding on to something that's no longer serving either of us? By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and actions, you'll gain clarity and strength. 7. Communication. The key to clarity. When you recognize these signs, the next step is to communicate. Avoid making assumptions or jumping to conclusions. Instead, have an honest conversation about how both of you are feeling. Approach the discussion with empathy and a willingness to listen. Here's an example of what you might say. I've noticed some changes in how we're connecting, and I wanted to check in. How are you feeling about where we are? Is there anything on your mind? This type of dialogue opens the door for transparency and allows both of you to explore your feelings without blame or judgment. 8. Acceptance and growth. If the conversation reveals that she doesn't see a future together, it's important to approach this with acceptance. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Breakups and doubts are painful, but they're also opportunities for growth. Use this time to reflect on what you've learned, what you value, and how you can apply these lessons moving forward. Remember, every ending is a chance for a new beginning. The strength you gain from navigating these challenges will serve you in future relationships and personal growth. Her actions may be indirect, but they carry a message. Recognizing and understanding these signals is the first step to navigating the situation with wisdom and grace. If you find yourself in this position, remember to observe, communicate, and grow. The journey may not be easy, but it's a chance to discover your own strength and resilience. If this video resonated with you, hit the subscribe button and join our community of thoughtful minds. Together, we can navigate life's challenges with clarity, wisdom, and purpose. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.